habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't feel. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
Irresponsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. And my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess, you ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like Cheetah, run up down, I'm there in the scene. I feel just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft, so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch, I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts, I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what, let me stop.
Oh, look at me, I bet you can't do it like me.
party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. Shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out. Pan a camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count it 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. 'Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tennessee Titans. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to Conner here on first. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Here's Kaepernick to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught at the 25. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And give them a gain of 37.
First down, Steelers.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Kaepernick now to throw. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Again, it's Kaepernick. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Chris Boswell on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count.
Steelers 7.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Evades the tackler and now some space. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On play action, they'll throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Pittsburgh.
To throw, Kaepernick. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
That catch good for only a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. On second down, here's Henry. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Derrick Henry, the ball.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's caught by Smith. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
10-10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That's good for 28 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
First down, Steelers.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one will be accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they're going to bring him down just past the 15, and a flag down as well. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Kaepernick. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Flushed out right. To the right side to Eric Ebron. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They run the option here on 1st and 10. A throw out wide by Kaepernick is caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Kaepernick to throw again. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Now, Kaepernick again. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Connor, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Titans' 39-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell for the extra point. And the kick here no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
Extra point now by Boswell. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Evans on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. looking to throw. He will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
1-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Derrick Henry. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Smith catches left side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Henry. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning.
It's 4th down.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
At the 23-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
A gain of 18.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Kill.
And right side, Henry's got it. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jonnu Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Titans are going to take the lead. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Smith-Schuster. It's 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster.
On 4th down, here's Trevor Daniel. Adoree Jackson deep for Tennessee. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Evans on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, Mike 52. Watch the pass. Check 52.
Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Connor, the Steeler ball.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jayon Brown gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. Throw left side complete. It's Johnson.
Kaepernick.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. To throw, Kaepernick. Dancing to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. And he's got some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
3-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Oh, Connor loses it. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. 2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action.
Mike 52, Mike 52. I got you.
This is Henry. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd and 8.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
52's the mark, boys. 52. All right, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 26. Check 26.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this fourth quarter deficit. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Chris Boswell on 4.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's a 2nd and 7. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to...
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Jonnu Smith there to make the grab. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On first down, Kaepernick. And now here is another interception. Desmond King picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete here. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll toss this out to Evans. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Forced out to his left. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
You're not ready. You're not ready. 19 tight. 19 tight. 52 by 52. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Check. 52's the mic right now. Over there, right? 52's the mic. And let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team. But the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Watch that in. Cut his right. Cut his right. Easy.
Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And a Steeler first down.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's second down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Into the red zone now, Kaepernick. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Christian Fulton.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
The pass.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Kaepernick. Now a desperation throw deep down. And This is taken in at the 5. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the slant, watch the slant, watch the slant. Check.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Smith catches left side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
That's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Come pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with a rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. Shake it